everyone. I had a really cool thing happen to me yesterday, and I decided to use this as a teaching opportunity to help explain a little bit more about how I incorporate spirituality, not only into my own healing, thriving, expansion journey, but also this is part of what I teach my clients. So, the concept of spirituality, when we're not talking about religion, is sometimes confusing. It's hard to wrap our little brains around, what does that mean? What does that look like? How does spirituality help me? How does it show up in my daily life? So, this is going to be a little example of what that looks like to me. So, little preface here, believe that there are loving forces in the universe all around us all the time, always ready and willing to help us as soon as we're available and want to let it in, right? Sometimes we inadvertently have blocks, energy blocks, which is really just not to trust any lower negative energy vibration. Those things inadvertently keep us from the very loving energy that's there and waiting and ready to help us. So that's kind of how energy and spirituality go together. So this is a really cool example of how they went together in a really awesome way. So I'm in the midst of making some really cool, little bit nerve-wracking changes in my practice and how I'm helping and serving other people. And it's exciting. It's a little bit scary still, right? Because I'm still human. So let me lay out this scene for you a little bit. So yesterday, I was with a group of people. Long story, don't need to know the details of it. I was trying to think of. There's a character in the Marvel superhero universe named Nebula. That's her name. And in this conversation, I was like, oh, what was that lady's name? I couldn't think of her name. I could see her in my head, and I could not think of what her name was. Okay. End of scene one. A couple hours later, at the end of every night, generally speaking, I have a little word game that I play on my phone. It's sort of my way of shutting my brain down from the day, and I can kind of focus on this for a while, and it is meaningless and whatever. So I'm playing the word game that I play almost every single night. And in this game, you get 6 or 7 letters, and you're supposed to make words. That's the main point of it. So one of the words that shows up that I am supposed to create based on their system is the word nebula. And as soon as I see it, I go, oh, that's what that chick's name was. Okay. And then I pause a second and go, well, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? Of all the words in the world, in this game especially, that I play every single night, isn't it interesting that on the same day where I was really racking my brain trying to figure out the name, that this word happens to show up in the game that I play every night. So when that happens, it's not that the word nebula in and of itself has a great deep meaning to me, but when a weird coincidence like that happens, it catches my attention. And I believe that is all that it is meant to do. It is meant to catch my attention and go do you see this coincidence, Lisa? Do you see it? Okay, are you paying attention? Because we're about to tell you something else. We just wanted to make sure you were paying attention first. Okay? So I see the word nebula. I go, that's an interesting coincidence. 30 seconds later, in my same little word game, I get a new word, little puzzle show up. I'm supposed to make new words. So it's a brand fresh screen. The first word that I see that I go to make is the word journey. The second word that I see from these combination of letters that I can make is enjoy. The third word that I see in this great puzzle is your. So it's a little bit out of, grammatical sequence. Enjoy your journey. So I see that message, and again, I'm already paying attention because of the whole nebula thing. The fact that that's the next thing that comes up, and let me just say for reference sake, that's not ever happened to me before. The words are very much generally like innocuous and meaningless and random and whatever. So the fact that those three words come up to me feel like confirmation of, Lisa, we see you. We know you're going through like this new part of your journey and it's exciting and a little scary, but enjoy your journey. So when I get a little thing like that, to me, that feels like confirmation of, see, the universe does want to help me out. It is on my side. It sees me. It's wanting to help me. I, FYI, use some of my words interchangeably in terms of the universe and great loving sources and cool energy, however we want to label it. It's wanting to help me. It's wanting to guide me. It's wanting me to continue on a path that feels good to me, right? So this is part of how we incorporate spirituality. And when we start to have enough of these experiences and we start to build this sense of trust, guess what? We then get to start using it to overcome things like self-doubt, things like feeling alone, feeling not good enough, right? When we start to believe that there are these awesome forces on our side that are kind of guiding and helping us, and we start to not just believe it, but feel it and experience it, it helps tremendously to know that we are supported, that we're not alone. They're not ever meant to like do the hard work for us, right? That's not the point of our journey here. But knowing that we're not alone during it and that we have some backup, we have something that wants to give us some nudges, some guidance, hugely transformational. So I hope that this story makes sense to you and can help you start to pay attention to weird little coincidences and how things show up for you that let you know you're not alone and that you are supported. So stay tuned for future lessons on the same sort of topics and see you soon.